wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light and make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one. You're the one. Touching lives.
Ivan Welton once said, "The future of the world is in my classroom today." Education is crucial for the development of children in Nigeria. It can help break the cycle of poverty, improve health outcomes, contribute to economic development, and promote social and political stability. It is essential that every effort is made to ensure that all our children have access to quality education. Education has been at the heart of Airtel Nigeria's Touching Lives initiative since its inception several years ago, and for good reason.
Touching lives.
In Season 6, Airtel Touching Lives revamped 7 schools in their quest to give the children of Nigeria the best opportunity to get a good education. Airtel believes that education is the cornerstone to building a nation and has committed to renovating schools across the country. We visit the final 2 schools that Airtel Touching Lives assisted in Season 6, the Iyeru-Okin Primary School, Offa, Kwara State, and the Yahaya Hamza Primary School in Zaria, Kaduna. And our new story deals with water. Water is life. Without access to water, life becomes so difficult. You cannot cook, quench your thirst, or even have a bath. In fact, it has been noted by the United Nations that access to clean water is a basic human right. We visit the Côte d'Ivoire community and discover just how hard it is to live without access to clean water.
Touching lives.
It is very, very important when the school have a safe place for the pupils.
Please, we plead that we should help us to renovate all this POP ceiling again and provide water for the nanas.
And Airtel Touching Lives would like to refurbish the school structure, the existing school structure. And they will also be refurbishing the toilets, and they will be providing borehole facilities and a generator to power the borehole as well.
I really appreciate the Airtel Touching Life for hoping to give us all these things. I say thank you very much to Airtel Touching Lives.
Touching lives.
The most important challenges that we want the Airtel to come inside and tackle it is to provide more toilets for the learners and the water supply. And the students sit on the ground. They have already broken up almost all the chairs. The adoption of Airtel in the school is very important, and we appreciate it.
Well, Airtel definitely wants to support your school.
Yes.
And they're going to do a few things. So they're going to refurbish the existing school structure and the classrooms. They're also going to refurbish the toilet facilities.
Yes, ma'am.
And they'll sort out a borehole facilities as well for the school, for the toilets.
Thank you very much.
Touching lives.
It is so good to see the commitment of Airtel Touching Lives to the renovation of the schools. Let's see the impact the prizes has had on the schools.
Airtel Touching Life really did a good job. Like before Airtel came here, the school wasn't like this. And since Airtel is here, everything is okay. Even teaching in the class is the environment is conducive, and the teaching and learning always take place while the environment is okay. The teaching cannot take place where the environment is not conducive. And for them coming to the aids of the government to renovate school and doing that, I think I can say a good kudos to them for doing that. And I think they should continue doing that because the government cannot do it alone. They need the support of non-government associations to come in to their aid. And like in our school now, I can say we really appreciate them, and we we thank them on behalf of the staffs and the pupils too.
We are saying a very big thanks to Airtel Touching Live Communication, that the Almighty God will continue providing for them. They will not lack, the business will not run down, in Jesus' name.
Thank you, Airtel, and thank you, Airtel Touching Lives.
Touching lives.
My name is Usman Yusuf. I am taking primary 6 of Dr. Yahaya Hamza Primary School, Angoli, Zaria. We really appreciate what the Airtel did, because the Airtel renovated the school, the classrooms, our toilet, both the staff and the pupils' toilet, and also provided the school with a borehole generator for electricity. The blackboard really make our work easier, because before we used chalk, but now we are using a whiteboard and marker, so it really helps us, so that chalk can affect someone's eye, but now we are not having such problem. And also textbooks, it really helps us. Even the children are benefited from that, because we use it to get what we should teach our learners.
Before toilet was provided, mostly teachers do go out to go and ease themselves, or some you find them even at the back of the classes easing themselves and so much stuff like that. So it wasn't easy. With the help of Airtel bringing those facilities into the schools, now teachers are able to use them. With that, I think things were easy for teachers. Without water in the school, it was hell. You find out learners walking out, going to one house or the other, seeking for water to drink. So learners don't go out now to go and fetch in water to drink or something like that. They stay around in the school because the borehole is being provided. We have also drums, that when the drums are filled in, we have cups, they do use them to take in water. We have kettles they fetch to go to the toilet and use them. So it was easy as well for the learners. Airtel has done it. It has bring so much improvement to Zaria particular and this vicinity as a whole.
Airtel are building our nation builders, because when there is more educated people, the nation will develop.
Thank you, Airtel!
Touching lives.
I can see the excitement of the teachers at the school with what Airtel Touching Lives has renovated. Don't go away, because right after the break, we will take a look and see how hard life becomes without access to clean running water. Of course, to join the conversation and interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Fresh running water is necessary for drinking, cooking, cleaning, and sanitation. And without it, people are at risk of contracting waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. In addition to the health risks, the lack of access to clean water can also have a profound impact on social and economic development. Children in particular may miss out on their education due to the need to collect water for their families, while women and girls are often responsible for collecting water, which can take up to hours of their time each day and limit their ability to participate in other activities. Let's take a look at the Ikotesian community who has lost access to clean running water.
This village over years has always remained a very peaceful environment. It is a community made up of rural people, and we live and depend solely on peasants' farming. There is no commercial activities in this village at all. This village is one of the 24 villages making up Ididep community in the Iyeru-Okin local government area. In this village alone, we are not less than 300,000. our people are not properly educated because the schools that are supposed to go are very far away from here. And because of that, we are affected by lack of education, we are affected by lack of so many other things. The road, like you've seen, is a rural environment. There's no other third road. There is not even anything for life improvement. It's only I'm grateful to God because in spite of these challenges and pressure, they have not resorted to crimes.
I've been teaching in this community 25 years. This community has been denied of social amenities. We don't have school, we don't have hospital, we don't have health center, not to talk of water. We are here like this.
Ever since this village, we've been using stream water. And this stream water is almost cut off because of a dam built in one of the upper villages. What really is the problem with the dam? The flow of water is not normal again. It has reduced the size. The little source of water we've been using is almost cut off. We need this assistance, mostly on water, because the whole village is almost taken over by these waterborne diseases, waterborne infections. The whole water is not even flowing well to be able to eradicate most of the water problems.
We are farming in this village and we don't have warm water here.
We find difficult to have water, even at this time, with people straight to a distant place to fetch water.
We have just that stream as the major source of water.
In short, you don't even see water coming to this place. On your way here, you don't see any spring.
Those who will have to travel from the roadside will take approximately 4 or 5 kilos.
We take up to like 1 hour, 30 minutes before we reach the stream. And the road is very far. It's very stressful to us.
Senda kandangane kaina angkairam. Denyon dia sekbena me yenni tomme. Senka kidem. Ayong ari korikot. Songiram nyana ayong abay ari korikot.
When you go to the stream, we have an hill though. You descend the hill and you come up. When descending is possible, but when you come back, you will feel tired. Education is important in every community, but in this community, pupils do not enjoy education because when they go to that stream and come back, they will be tired. They find it difficult to go to school. They don't know how to learn. Some of them cannot even read.
So those of us who were able to get to a little 1, 2, 3 classes of education, we come to inherit the village the way our forefathers saw them, because there is no improvement. Instead of improvement, the thing is deteriorating. And now to be able to get certain things right for them becomes very difficult. I've been the chief of this village for almost 1 year. One of the things I'm doing is just scouting for voluntary agencies to be able to come to our aid. Without water, there's no life. We need water.
Abang da kandang kairam ran ni tomme kairam. Manyon din di fe ngamma ku fok. Gom ke be kam bo. Ano ko som biya idem. Mukromi ambiya nganang kam bo ngana ba. Ini ni mon si kami yer fong yang ini si kami tem bo mong ni fon no. Usong gang yan I fon no. Iba ku fe.
I am worried because that water is not good for us. We only manage it because we cannot do without water.
Nam kwa ba de san nyani nemme. San me nemme yen ni tomme. Ya free ram. Say mo ma kwa ba ke ram. Yani kwe bo ko to fe ne ro.
When we drink the water, we will remain sick because the water is dirty and is black in color.
That makes it dangerous for mostly children. You know, children are always prone to all these waterborne diseases. When these children get sick, mostly It happens in the night. Before day breaks for us to take any of these children to a nearby hospital which is not close by, life must have gone, resulting in untimely death because we don't have any health facility close by. Those are the two major problems we are having. The one that is haunting us now is water, one, health facility, two.
Yene dini mangaro ngwa kwatapage ayno irongam. Ayong ine mi rongam esat. Yene dini etim singwang ikano duan yene sakai ngongo.
Stay with us, because after the break, a chief and a teacher from the Ikot-Essien village in Akwa Ibom will be joining us. To join the conversation as always, and to interact with tonight's show, you can visit our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Touching Lives.
Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Joining us in the studio tonight are Chief Efyong Ekefre, village head of Ikot-Essien village in Akwa Ibom, and Mrs. Clara Ndarake James Akpan, who is a former teacher and currently a teacher at a nursery and primary school in the same village. You're very welcome. Good evening.
Okay.
How are you? Now, we just saw a clip of what life is like in your village and your community without running water. Sir, I wanted to ask you, sir, has it always been like that? Was it like that when you were a young boy as well?
It was even worse.
Really?
It was even worse. Why it was worse is that time there was this practice of a Igbo masquerade, a traditional play,
Masquerade, yes.
which could not allow small children to run to the stream in time. So most times we could not get to the stream because of this
Because of the
masquerade.
masquerade.
It's even better now because of religion.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has got into Christianity, and most of these traditional plays are no more.
So how has the community managed for so long without access to clean water?
Well, God makes provision for everything. In every situation, God must have to make provision for at least people to survive. Because there was a time in my village where big men had to escort women, escort children to nearby areas for people to get water.
To get water. I mean, the community has gone through a lot for a very, very long time.
For that community. It has been hell.
I'm sorry.
It has been hell.
I'm sorry about that, sir. I'm sorry. Mrs. Akpan, you were a former teacher, you said. Were you a teacher in that community or in another community and then moved back to your own?
Another community.
Okay. Okay, so you came into this community.
Yes.
And as we saw in the clip, there are no schools that are functional, but you're running a nursery and primary school at the moment. So how are you able to do that, considering these young children now also don't have access?
I managed to pay for the school because there's no school there. People don't know, some of them they don't know how to read and write. But I managed the school, even though I don't have finance to manage the school.
Yes.
I only manage it for the interest of these children.
Okay. Airtel Touching Lives loves to give back, and we would like to give back to the community by giving your community some prizes, sir. So the first prize we would like to give to your community in Akwa Ibom is provision of a water borehole facility for the entire community. So Airtel Touching Lives is going to build that water borehole for the community.
Very grateful.
You're welcome.
Very grateful. Very, very grateful.
And we're also going to provide 2 water storage tanks. So there will be a means to store the water as it's being pumped. So as it runs out, it won't run out essentially. As water is being pumped, it's going up, it's being stored. Yes, please. And the final prize is solar panels to power the water borehole in the community.
Wow! Can we clap?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, grateful.
You're welcome. Very grateful.
You're welcome.
Very grateful.
Congratulations.
Touching the heart
Of the people.
of the people.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure to help the community.
I'm grateful.
Thank you.
I'm grateful. The name of Airtel shall always be written in the minds of the people of Kwara State. I'm grateful.
Thank you. Congratulations once again to you and to the community.
So we are very grateful.
You're welcome.
But we still need more.
You're welcome, Sayo. You're welcome. A very touching episode which ended on a very, very positive note. Next week is our final episode of Season 7, and we take you through the amazing stories of innovation, resilience, and tenacity of the people we have visited this year. See you next week.
Touching lives. I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light and make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one. Touching lives.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.